When a respected businessman was gunned down in Chinatown last February, people worried that it was the beginning of a new crime wave in one of San Francisco's most popular tourist districts. Police say they're making slow progress in their investigation as people are often afraid to speak out. But the man you are about to meet knows a lot about Chinatown crime. Tonight, he speaks for the first time. He's a notorious gangster some are calling the Man in White. It was one of the biggest funerals Chinatown had ever seen. People were stunned by the gangland-style killing of community leader Alan Leung. Even more shocking, the man many people believe may have ordered the hit showed up at the funeral. Raymond Shrimp Boy Chow, one of the most notorious criminals in Chinatown history, fresh out of prison, stood out as the only one dressed in white. As he walked, teenage boys held up newspapers to block our cameras.
He's just one of many suspects.
Special Agent Ignatius Chin of the California Department of Justice helped send Raymond Chow to prison in 1993. Now Chow is free, and investigators have not ruled out Chow's possible connection to Alan Leung's murder.
We have a suspicion. We don't have proof. And that's the test. You know, we've never been able to get enough evidence to prosecute him or his gang for a couple of unsolved homicides in San Francisco.
People look at me, I'm the murderer. I'm the one to do all that shit behind the scene. That's wrong.
Raymond Chow says everybody's wrong about him. He's speaking out for the first time in public because he wants people to know he's going straight. Given his reputation, it's a hard sell. You were a criminal.
Yes.
You did bad things in your life.
Yes. But that's the past.
His past began here in Hong Kong, where as a teenager, Chow learned extortion and robbery from the triads, the Chinese mafia. Chow was 16 when his family moved to San Francisco in 1976. The smallest of 5 brothers, his grandmother called him Ha Jai, or Shrimp Boy. He says when students at Galileo High School made fun of his poor English, he shot one of them in the leg. Expelled from school, Chow quickly graduated to running a street gang called the Hop Sing Tong Boys. You've beat up people.
Yeah, I do.
Extortion?
Yeah. Extortion.
You sold drugs?
Yes. I sold drugs. I hurt people. I shot at people, just like any other gang member. When people shot at me, I take a shot at them. I don't see I'm doing anything wrong with that.
It was a time of violent gang warfare.
Just go in and look at the blood in it.
Climaxing on the night of September 4th, 1977. Raymond Chow says he was eating dinner at the Golden Dragon restaurant when rival gang members started shooting. None of the gangsters was hit, but 5 customers were killed. Since the Golden Dragon massacre, police try to keep a closer watch on Chinatown crime. San Francisco Police Gang Task Force officers Jameson Pan and Henry Cito took me on a rare tour behind the locked gates of the gambling dens.
Usually when you get in here, they put the money away. All you see is just tiles.
Mahjong is at the root of Chinatown crime. People play for money, lots of money. That makes them targets for young toughs demanding a piece of the action.
What happened is they come in here and they go, okay, you got 4 tables here, right? We want a table. Any money you make on this particular table, you will give to us. Or you're not going to operate.
All the gambling den back in the 70s, I'm the one that kicked that open. And yes, I make them pay.
At age 17, Raymond Chow estimates he was extorting $30,000 a week. Protection money he demanded from illegal mahjong parlors. And if they didn't pay, what would you do?
Well, I got to do whatever I got to do.
Like what?
Well, I beat them up. I check them. You know.
You beat up the owners?
Yeah.
By age 18, Chow was behind bars for robbery. In the mid-1980s, he was out of prison and was back controlling the gambling dens. These mahjong games that you can hear from outside provide the cash flow for other crimes, including loan sharking, prostitution, even drug running. By the late 1980s, the Chinese mafia decided to get in on the action. A Hong Kong triad called the Wo Hop To sent this man, Peter Chong, to San Francisco with the ambitious goal of taking over all Asian organized crime in America. The man he recruited as his first lieutenant was Raymond Chow. When the Wo Hop To came and Peter Chong came,
Yes.
the Wo Hop To told him to start controlling all of the gangs under one umbrella.
Yes.
And Peter Chong told you to do that.
Well, we get together, we have talked about this, and we do.
Which is how, more than a decade after the Golden Dragon Massacre, bullets were once again flying on the streets of Chinatown. This time, law enforcement was paying closer attention.
Raise your right hand.
When the United States Senate held hearings on Asian organized crime in 1992, Peter Chong refused to talk.
I take my fifth.
But in fact, investigators were already listening to the gang's conversations. In this photo, a young Raymond Chow holds the then new technology that brought the gang down, his cell phone. Based on wiretaps, gang members were charged with racketeering, heroin smuggling, and murder for hire. Chow was convicted of gun running and sentenced to 23 years in federal prison. Your gang testified against you.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody was trying to save their own necks.
Yeah.
Chow felt betrayed when Peter Chong escaped to Hong Kong, leaving Chow to take the rap. Eventually, Hong Kong authorities extradited Chong back to the U.S., where Chow agreed to testify against his former boss in exchange for his release from prison. But State Cop Ignatius Chin believes releasing Chow was a big mistake.
He's the worst of the worst. And they made a deal with the devil, and the devil's out.
I'm not the devil. I'm not what they think. I just people. I just try to find my way to make my life. I'm not come to hurt nobody. I'm not come to terrorize the community.
But the murder of Alan Leung does have people scared. Leung was the dragon head, or leader, of 2 Chinese tongs. Tongs are social clubs that are sometimes targeted by criminals. Just last year, Leung reported to the FBI that he feared for his life after his tong refused to pay $120,000 to Raymond Chow. There are some who say he dressed in white to stand out in the crowd and to say, see, I'm a big shot here.
What they know about our culture and tradition.
Do you know who killed Alan Leung?
No.
Did you order it?
No.
And you didn't threaten Alan Leung?
Did I threaten him? No. I did not threaten nobody. That's for you.
Chow is now learning the real estate business and plans to write a book about his life. He says at age 46, he's tired of being a criminal.
I want to get a new life to start in myself. My life. I want to go somewhere else. Nobody know me.
He's not totally free. He has to report to immigration 3 days a week and wears an ankle monitor so authorities can track his movements. Even so, police believe Chow today is recruiting a new gang. He says the cops are wrong.
Everything Raymond Chow do is wrong. Everything he didn't do, we're going to put it on him anyway.
Chow has other worries. Because he testified against the triads, he could be marked for death. Do you think you're going to meet a violent end?
A lot of people try to hurt me. I tell them the same thing. If you want the revenge, probably you have to stand in line. And what you want me to do? You know, I mean, you got a hell of a long line, you know.
And one more thing. Raymond Chow says he has accepted the position of dragonhead of a Chinatown social club called the Jigong Tong. That leadership position recently opened up with the murder of its former dragonhead, Alan Leung.